Hello everyone, my name is Dasha Lina and I'm a digital artist originally from Moscow in Russia and now based in Paris. And today I'll be giving this presentation that's titled Do Your Eyes Hurt? All you need is cardboard and motors, okay, and a lot of super glue. And before I start this presentation, I would like to briefly introduce myself. Like I said, I'm a digital artist, so I work a lot with different technologies, but I also often don't use any technology at all in my work. And what really interests me is the way that technology actually influences our body, whether mentally or physically. And the project that I will present today is very much about that. So, this project is called Center for Technological Pain, and I've been working on it for quite some time now. And it's a mock company that I created in which I develop DIY solutions to health problems that come from technology. And the reason why I started working on this project was because I needed a thesis project to graduate and I had no ideas. And I started looking around myself, around my classmates, and just other people that I saw every day. And a lot of people were complaining about the different problems that they had because of the way that they were using their devices, like whether the way that they were sitting or standing or looking down at their phone and things like that. And so I decided to start sort of sketching ideas for the different problems that I was noticing around me and different solutions. So here you see some of these sketches. Those are different things that either I experienced or my friends told me about. And actually, the first object that I ever built was this problem number 5. The problem being that straining your eyes from staring at screens for too long, and the solution being glasses with shades that automatically close for 10 minutes every hour. So here you can see the very first object that I ever built are these glasses. And at the time, I was really bad at physical computing, and I still am pretty bad at physical computing, but I've gotten a little bit better. So when I actually made these glasses and when they actually worked, it was very sort of empowering, and it felt really great to realize that I was able to make something that moves by myself without anyone's help. But the way that I did it was also really stupid. Here you can see all of the failures of this project. For some reason, I decided to use 2 Arduinos, and I had these like massive motors attached to very frail plastic glasses. So obviously they were very heavy and they kept falling off of my face. But despite all of that, once I did accomplish making a video with these glasses fully functioning, it felt really, really good. Despite the fact that, it's very sort of cheap and DIY made. And so once I'd made this object, I decided to share it on social media, and I got 9 likes on Twitter, which at the time to me was like amazing. And keep in mind that one of those 9 likes was the official Arduino account. So this sort of lit my fire, and it kind of forced me to keep making these objects, which now I'm very grateful that I kept doing this. But I also got my first sort of hater, which also at the time felt really good because it meant that somebody actually paid attention enough to this project to have a negative opinion about it. So this conversation is in French, but I will quickly translate it. So Panduino said, "Sorry, I don't see what this is." To which I said, "It's a pair of glasses that closes, or the glasses close to let your eyes rest while you're using a computer." To which Panduino said, "Could just turn off the screen, no?" And I said, "Well, it's made to force people that forget to take a break, or people that forget to move away or close their screen." To which they said, "I think that if I had glasses like this all the time, it would just make me more tired than the break would relieve me." And I said, "Okay, well, it's just a prototype. In the future, the glasses would move slowly and they would close more like 10 minutes every hour." To which they said, "Well, in any case, it's art, so it's experimental." So yeah, this was great. To me, it was a success. I kept making these objects. And here's another prototype that is called Pillow for Proper Positioning. So here you see it's a fan that is blowing into a plastic bag that sort of allows you to place your wrists in a more proper way when you're using your laptop. And you will notice that it is connected to a battery, so it is portable, it is light, and it works okay. Another object that I'll show you is this hands-free headset. This is actually my favorite object out of all of the ones that I've made. And it also shows just how absurd some of my solutions were. It also shows that this is, at the end of the day, an art project, not a design project. So it's not meant to be super well done and finished and beautiful. It's meant to sort of mock the way that we interact with our devices and just to which degree we are attached to them. So here you see, yes, this headset in which you can place your phone and you don't have to move your neck anymore. You don't have to use your hands as much. So it relieves you of your neck pain when you're using your phone. But at the end of the day, of course, it also prevents you from seeing anything that is in front of you. So is it a success? I'd say so. And while I was working on these objects, what I noticed was that actually, while it was nice to be able to share these objects with other people and to get their feedback, what I really enjoyed the most was the actual process of making them. And I think that being in a classroom environment really helped with that, because other people were, suggesting other problems that I should work on, or they were helping me come up with the best way to build these sort of prototypes. So I quickly realized that what I really wanted to do with this project was do workshops. And so this is one of the first workshops that I'd ever done with this project. It was at Le Cube, which is this art center outside of Paris. And this workshop is with teenagers between 10 and about 15 years old. So this is actually a 12-year-old who built this. The problem that he wanted to tackle the most was the fact that some people don't know about covering their surveillance camera, or they take it off to do a Skype and then they forget, which, at the time was a pretty good solution, and now is an even better one because we're all constantly on Zoom. And so he completely by himself built this whole thing where you press a button and after a certain time, the camera shutter closes. And that was amazing to me. Another workshop that I did was at Meta Marathon in Dusseldorf. And so here you see two other solutions. One of them is the focus box. So it's this object that forces you to stay focused at your screen. And there's even sponges by your ears that kind of block out surrounding sound. And on the right, you see the back painkiller water hat. So this is a solution against hunching. It's a box that is filled with water that has holes in front of it, so that when you start hunching down, water will pour onto your laptop and break it. And here's the last solution from a workshop that I'll show you. It's also a solution against hunching, and it was done at Hackers and Designers in Amsterdam. And this is a more technological also solution in which once you hunch down, your computer screen turns red. So it's also supposed to remind you to sit straight and sit well, yeah. And so the thing that really surprised me about doing these workshops, and the reason why I kept doing them, is because not only was I able to meet other people, I was able to have critical discussions about the way that technology influences us with people from all around the world. And I was also able to force other people to make these ridiculous objects with me. So here is just another picture from the Meta Marathon workshop, and I just wanted to give this presentation to maybe encourage other people to do physical computing, or to do whatever it is that you don't feel comfortable with, but also to encourage you to make with other people, to make connections with other people, which I think at this time is really, really important. And if you want to connect with me, you can do so by following me on Instagram or on Twitter, which you see on the slide. And I hope that you all figure out what your problems with technology are and you find your own cardboard solutions to them. Thank you.